Welcome back. We are back for another episode of season 2. Nikki is back working away again. Different hotel. You should start your own podcast series, just going around the different hotels in Glasgow, Nick.
Yeah, I'm like, all right. I've done a few lately, and I've been up here loads. Hopefully, fingers crossed, could be the last time that things change. Hopefully, but yeah, back up for a week or so.
Yeah. Cold?
No, it's been all right actually. It's
Really?
fucking warmer than back home. Like I drove up Monday, had to de-ice the van, and since I've been up here, it's been 10 degrees. It's been
Can't
not
complain
cold at
about
all. So
No.
yeah, that's balmy weather for up here. They're all in vests.
It is cold. I tell you what we are getting though. It's nice skies in the night at the moment. It seems like the skies must be clearer or something.
Yeah, it was lovely up here this afternoon. Driving back from Troon, because down in Troon today for a few hours on a ship, and yeah, it was really nice watching the sun setting as we was driving back. Same here, clear skies.
Good. Last week we kicked off with Scott. Had some nice, good feedback from Scott's episode. People enjoyed it. And fair play, Scott. We do take a piss all the time, but it's a good story and resilience. Very, very good resilience.
Yeah.
Fuck Steve all the way. Scott, great season.
It was a good, it was a good chat, and I know he messaged after watching back. He said, "Oh, I jumped around a bit, but that's the way we do things, innit? We got no plan. We just go through it as we do and let it lead where it goes. We got no hard and fast."
No, exactly. It's hard because then you go, oh, wait a minute, we need to jump back to 2013 when you're done this. Fuck it, we've missed that now.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, we've moved on. He seemed to enjoy himself as well up My State Park run and signing autographs.
I know. He phoned me last night. He was like, all right. I was like, oh, you never phone me. What's the matter? And he was like, oh, fair play. He said, Crohn's and Colitis, the charity, said, if you clip up some stuff and tag them in there, they'll share it to raise awareness. Because like you said, back in the day, there wasn't much kind of available online for anything, and it's growing loads. So, fair play. Happy days. Yeah. Good episode. Enjoyed it. Had some DMs like, wow, you were nice to Scott for a change. It's like, I know. Fucking killed me. But...
1 hour only. 1 hour only.
But not much else has been going on. I've started back now. I've got my plan programmed in. I've done some on a treadmill. I need to do up the mileage again this week. But yeah, I'm quite enjoying it. Like I said, I went for a run with my brother. I texted, didn't I? I went for a run with my brother on Sunday up my stake, 5 miles. We went up to the Duff and then back down the path and then through, and then it ticked around to 5 miles around about the bottom of Cemetery Road. Then,
yeah,
but it was like,
enjoyed it, you know.
Yeah, sometimes you just need that one to say, oh, do you know what? Running's all right, actually, because I do like the treadmill, but it is monotonous and stuff like that. But the weather is breaking a little bit now. I've got to do my first long run on Sunday, which is 9 miles. So I've programmed that into the chorus. Had a look around that. Found 9 miles I can do. So fingers crossed, it's nice and dry, because that will put me off as well otherwise.
Yeah, don't want to get your trainers dirty.
I know. I'm trying out the fucking... They'll be having a proper shift in the marathon shoe on Sunday. Not too much in it, but like I said, I need to make sure whether I can run in them. Because when I bought them, I tried them on to walk, and it was like fucking walking on pogo sticks.
Yeah, all of them are like, aren't they? Like, everything's like mad stack guides. It's really weird just putting them on to walk. But when you start running, yeah. No, it's a good idea. Get them out nice and early. See if you like them. You can always send them back, I suppose. Still could do if you didn't.
Yeah, I'm so bad. I never send anything back. Like, even if it doesn't fit them, like, can't be asked for the palaver of sending stuff back. It just goes in the back of the wardrobe. Like.
But don't start me on how in my household with Leanne and Georgia, mate. The stuff, parcels that are just there. Like, what's this? Like,
but...
yeah, they murder.
Harvey just nicks all your stuff anyway, so you don't have to send it back, because it's got two choices, like, isn't it?
Yeah, he nicks all my running gear, yeah.
He got his own fresh pair for his birthday, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he dropped it in over Christmas. He needs a tidy pair of racing shoes for Bath Half because he's doing that. So, yeah, we got him the new Metaspeed Skies. Got a good deal, actually. And he's taking them for a spin on the track down in the Isle of Wight. He's working, and so he's going to a track tonight to give him a spin, he said. He seems keen for it, Bath Half. He's I've given him a training plan. And he's not in, so he's enjoying it, but he's getting the miles in so far.
There we are. The runs PDF run plan coming soon. Harvey's out guinea pig.
Coming soon, yeah.
Fucking hell. I get to get so much stuff I'd rather do than sell PDFs. Like,
But some people are making killings off it.
I know. What else been going on? Valencia 10K was on the weekend. Big field, a lot of people.
Loads of Brits went out there as well, it seemed, didn't it? There was
Rory broke a British record, didn't he?
Yeah, that was mad. Like no offense to him, but he's beat like Mo Farah and Emil Keres record. Like I didn't see that come in. I know he's running well and he's a good runner, but over the 10K, I didn't see it come in. But yeah, fair play to him. Took a couple of seconds off, and he's another British record holder.
That's an early success for Mahone. What's the name of what's the run group called now? Is it Mahone or something like that?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Him, Callum Ellison, a couple of the others as well, isn't
Yeah.
But yeah, good strong start. Lily was out there as well. Lily had a decent time, didn't she? 10K. You said you don't think she'd be happy with it, but she seemed happy enough.
Yeah,
but she hasn't been coming back off. Like she said when we spoke to her.
Yeah, she said she wanted sub 32, and then she was just over. So she was like a bit disappointed, but then wrapping it up wasn't sort of. It was one of those, be happy where you are at this time of marathon training plan, I suppose.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a good run, but it looked stacked. Like I was watching the live feed. Like Algram took the European record. It was him and two other guys close together, and then like I was watching in for like Rory, Alfie Manthorpe, the other Brits I knew were there, and it was just crazy the amount of people coming in. And I think it was what I got written down: 149 went sub 30. It's insane. Like I messaged Butler and Varane, boys, you need to get out the race. Like it's just insane how quick it is.
That's fucking mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
My favourite part of that race was Hannah Irwin was back in action, and her photos just always look like she's about to burst into tears. Like, I love it.
Even early doors.
Such a sad face, but she ran another good time as well, so it's nice to see her back. She had a shitty year last year, didn't she, I think? Picked it back up towards the end. Happy days. That's Valencia. I'm moving on from the Valencia 5K, the inaugural, the Runs My Stake 5K we've thought about getting. No, it's not a race, but we are going to be putting on, I don't want to call it a run club either. It's just a nice little 5K social trot on the 28th of February. So if you're My Stake or local and you like running, come on down. Starting in Aldi at 6:30. Shoot down to the cross, down Maiden Street, up the drag, up Bridgend Road, back into town, into Aldi. Chuck your stuff in the car and then have a pint of whatever you want to have a pint of in the spoons after, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a nice little 5K loop. It'll be a nice casual one, just a chatty sort of meet up, innit? Yeah, get everyone together on a Friday evening. We've talked about it for a while, haven't we? So just doing My Stake, start off there. It's a loop we know, and obviously the locals will know. It's a lot of road crossings, but it'll just be a casual one, a chatty one. We'll be bouncing around. Come along and join us, and yeah, we'll have a pint after or a coffee. Spoons, what a spoons is like. They got a bit of everything for anyone.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It'll only be a quick one after, me. I'm not the most sociable person in the world, so we'll be in and out of the spoons as well. But if you can come on down, it'd be nice to get as many people as we can out, really. There's a lot of people running in My Stake at the moment, so it'd be nice to get them all together. I'll be at the back. Hopefully you'll be at the front. You should have started running back by then, right?
Yeah, hoping to start this week, hopefully. I may even try tomorrow. I don't know. I'll see how we're feeling. See how long my day is in work and how many steps I do.
How do you feel about it? Are you frustrated? Are you annoyed? Are you
frustrated? I've sort of had everything. My head's been gone over it. I've been frustrated. I'm nervous to start. It's like, do I try it? Do I leave it another few days? I'm like, yeah, it's a bit of everything.
Yeah. Because running slow for you, like even to test it back, running slow for you is still fast, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even look at the watch. If I'd say I do go tomorrow, I'd do a couple of, maybe 2 miles, maybe 3, I don't know. See how it feels. Like when I last tried it on Boxing Day, within a mile I knew it was hurting, but obviously I just finished it because it was like a race, and it wasn't racing, but I just jogged it in.
Yeah.
I should have stopped then, but yeah, I don't know. I'll see. I might leave it till the weekend. I don't know. I probably will be sensible because when I seen George a week Monday ago, he said you could probably try some easy runs next week or see how you feel. So yeah, I don't know. It depends how long my day is in work tomorrow and how many steps I get in, how I feel, and might leave it till the weekend. If I'm still up there, I think I'll still be up there. So yeah, might do it the weekend.
Happy days. Happy days. In the running world, but not on the track or on the roads or anything, there's been a lot of switching brands in the last couple of weeks or so, haven't it? Athletes jumping into new deals with other companies. What's been going on?
Yeah, there's been a few switching up, and Assessment went to R6. That's a big move.
From Adidas, isn't it?
From Adidas. I don't know how long he's been with Adidas, but I thought that was a big move going to R6. He ran at Valencia then, his first time with R6. Jimmy Gressier, he's probably the biggest name and probably the most shocked I was at. He's gone from Nike, he's been with Nike 8 years, I think he said. He's gone to Kip Run. I thought that was obviously his deal may have ended, I don't know. You said he said something about it being a French brand, but I didn't even realise that.
Yeah, I seen an interview with him, but I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not leaving Nike. Like.
No, innit? Yeah, even if they bomb me, like I'm staying. You're not getting rid of me.
I'll just buy the shoes. I don't care. Like.
Yeah, he's gone to Kip Run. Yeah, so I don't know much about them. I know what's his name, Bakili went to them. He switched from Nike a while ago as well. But yeah, I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know much about them.
No, we can file them with On and Hocker, can we?
Well, yeah, but at the minute I know less about them than On and Hocker.
Oh, Scott Gray will be on them now anyway, and then that'll be his 2025 brand now.
Yeah.
Too many people will be wearing On, and he'll be full kit run. Fucking hell, that's hard to say. Kip Run.
Yeah, don't know much about that. Charlotte Purdue also went from Adidas to Puma, whatever you say.
Ooh, that's big, innit? Because they're brothers, so that's a big coup that is for Puma.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love Lil. I love you, right? You're one of my favourite guests of all time, but like I've told you, Puma Kings, Puma Discs, Puma Suedes, or fuck off, like.
No, I've tried their running shoes, and they are the Deviates, the originals, and they were a good training shoe. And like, I think Kofuzi made the Deviate Nitro 3s his shoe of the year for last year. So I was tempted to give him another go, the 3s, because I do like the originals. Yeah, so they are. I don't like the mad, gappy, whatever ones.
The ones with the 3 plates.
Oh yeah, they look insane. I just don't think
Are they nitro charge or?
I don't know. They look insane. So yeah, apart from that, I've only had one pair of them, and I like them. So I would be tempted to give those 3s a go. They've also, did you see this week? Puma sticking on them. They've done that Project 3, haven't they?
Yeah, have you entered?
I did actually, even though I'm already done a sub 3. I thought, fuck it. When they put at first I was like, oh, there's no point. And then when they put the prize money up, I was like, yeah, I'll have a go.
I know. I was going to enter, but I'm not in either of the races, unfortunately.
Yeah, you're not in Boston or London.
I am fast enough, but I'm not in any of the races.
I'm just sadly not in them.
Never mind. Yeah, because Arwell was on. I said to Arwell, because what 4D is doing something with Adidas for Manchester Marathon as well.
Yeah, they're doing a giveaway and a prize, and yeah.
So I think I told Arwell and Scott to enter them because they are looking for the end of April marathon place as well. But I told Arwell, because I said to Arwell, do the Puma, and he's like, you need the spots. I was like, I don't know, don't fucking read things properly, but
yeah, you have to have your own spot already for Boston or London for them. Whereas Manchester, the 40 one he's doing is with Adidas. I think it's Adidas. Yeah, it is, because that's win a place and like money and kit and everything. So yeah, if you haven't got a a spring marathon, there's a chance getting that. Yeah,
have a look. I think we've shared the posts anyway, both of them, so I'm fucking doing it again. So with a little backhander or 4D or Puma. Brands, yeah, and ASICS front runners, they are winners this year. 220 new ASICS front runners. I know Lizzie left. I understand the Holly Stable has left as well, and she was one of the British leads on it. I think she's left. Hall, correct me if I'm wrong if you do listen to this. Chris Pratt is still in there, obviously, but 20,000 entries, and it would be doing a disservice to our audience base in South Wales and stuff like that if we didn't address a little bit of sulking we've seen on social media around it as well. Naming no names, but you can't sulk if you don't win a competition.
No, it's so hard, and like I say, how many was it? 20,000 entries. I didn't see that. I seen
20,000 entries. Yeah,
220 new people, and was it 20 UK?
Yeah,
20
but then
UK got picked.
There were 3 from Wales still.
Oh, was there? I didn't even realise. Didn't even see that.
And you can't, like, it's not fair on the winners. It's disrespectful to say, oh, they don't even wear R6, or they don't fucking bang on about the brand. Fucking Jimmy Gracie, or whoever you say, doesn't bang on about Kipron until he gets a fucking deal. He's all Nike until then. You can't sulk if you don't win it, like. And you can't post about it on your stories 2 days in a row still sulking about it.
Yeah, it's gone, done. Try again next year.
Yeah. If we don't like it, in all your R6 stuff that you bought just to make reels to get in anyway.
Not your R6 stuff.
No.
Yeah, burn it off.
And who knows? You might win a fucking £2,500 treadmill the day before or the day after, and you'll have $2,500 to spend on other running stuff anyway. Bad form. Stop sulking. It's a fucking competition. Like, imagine people just stop when we were giving away hats. They go, do you know what? They don't even listen to the podcast, and they got fucking hats.
That's a good point, because I bet fucking of the hundreds that did enter, a lot of them don't listen, and that's the way it goes.
Yeah. It's a competition. There's no hard feelings. There's no beef. But, like I said, the sulking I've seen just suggests that they made the right decision anyway, and they're not a team player. Like, but that's another story for another day. Right. What have we got on this week? Season 1, we brought you the wonderful Jake Smith. Season 2, we've got another. We're going to have to start, like, sending money to their parents or something if we keep getting them on, like, you know. But, this week we've got Molly Smith on, Jake's younger sister, but she is making a name for herself in the running world all on her own. So, have we got anything else before we get Molly in and have a chat with her about her running journey?
I don't think so. We covered a fair bit there, didn't we?
Yeah, happy days. All right, let's get Molly on.
Happy days.
All right, boys and girls, this episode is supported by Racked. Are you looking to gear up your club with some custom high-quality kit? Whether it's socks, t-shirts, vests, tri-suits or bike apparel, Racked has got you covered. With Racked, you can create fully custom kit for your club, designed just the way you want them. The bespoke in-house design service allows you to bring your ideas to life. Whether you're a running club, a cycling club or a triathlon club. And it's not just about style either. Rack delivers high-performance gear, perfect for all your training and racing needs. Ready to get started? Drop them an email on info@racked.online and kick off your custom design today. Welcome back. We have been joined by Molly Smith. Moll, thanks for giving us a bit of your time. Is Moll all right, or Molly, or anything you prefer to be addressed as?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. How are you? Are you okay?
I'm good, thank you. How are you guys?
All right, not bad, not bad.
Too bad.
I don't know if you've listened to any podcasts of ours before, but we've just spent the last 20 minutes talking shit, and then we get you on to talk about the real stuff, really.
Yeah, talk proper.
Have you been running today?
No, I'm coming back from injury post Valencia. So it's been a lot of cross training. I spent this morning doing 45 on the elliptical and then 15 on the assault bike and then 10 minutes on the ski erg. So it's kind of worse.
Yeah, that is way worse than running.
Yeah, absolutely. What's the matter?
I think it was like a partial tear in my quad from Valencia or coming back from Valencia.
Yeah.
It seems to be like getting better now, but I've like reduced the volume a lot in order to just like build it back up again.
All right, cool. We'll get on to Valencia, but like we do with all our guests. So, were you very active in school, sporty in school? What did that look like for you? It wasn't that long ago for you, all right?
No, yeah. School, well, I ran when I was like young, like under 13, I was doing a bit of running because we grew up in Hong Kong, and so I was running then. And then when I was 13, we came to the UK, and I kind of stopped really running completely, almost. I think I did a few like cross-country races, but didn't really enjoy it. So I stopped running like up until I was like 18, I'd say, or 19. And then I started getting to it, but just doing it as like casual running, a few park runs, and then just kept doing that throughout university. But I never really started running properly until kind of towards the end of university. I went to Mexico for a year abroad and joined this running club called Eco, which was awesome. And that's when I started really enjoying it. Yeah.
So what's that like? Like running in Mexico, running for a running club in Mexico, hot all the time, obviously.
Yeah, it was really hot. It was a great experience. We did the speed project like in Mexico City, which was really cool. They did like one where you did it on your own watch, so it was like you just had to cover the distance but without being like in like LA, is it? I think they do it. Yeah, and so that was really cool running on the streets of Mexico City and throughout the night as well. And the club there was amazing. Yeah, and there were some really good runners, and the training there was really cool. And we got to do lots of awesome runs like volcanoes and stuff. So I really enjoyed that. Yeah.
That's the problem with running in the UK, you know, there's not enough volcanoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We just got big hills.
Yeah. Then you had to come home more.
Yeah, then I came back. I actually stopped running in Mexico as well. So, and like I didn't start properly running again till like post uni. So like last year, like a year and a half ago
Yeah.
now. And then got into the training and really, really enjoyed it and liked kind of like the structure of it. So yeah, since then I've been like training quite properly. And my brother is my coach, who's amazing. And yeah, it's been going really well. And I'm really enjoying kind of the training of it, not just like the competitions or the races, but just like the everyday, like the boring stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, because before you came on, I thought, right, let's do a little bit of research about Molly now. So I went through your Instagram and I was like, Jesus Christ, all it is traveling photos. So you must have started running maybe 2023 again, probably. That's when the running content started to crop up.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was like 2023, I would say, when I moved to London for work, and then I started running properly and training properly, and yeah, it's just gone really well. Yeah.
Yeah, good. And then I thought I'll jump onto Google now. I'll Google Molly Smith running. Bound to find something, right? But there's a Molly Smith that was on Love Island that has taken it upon herself to become a runner after Love Island. Maybe she was before. So I couldn't find anything on Google either, which is good because we know nothing about you, so you have to explain everything to us, I guess. But so 2023, you started taking it serious. You must have been pretty tasty, my Mol, because in 18 months, I mean, you're running mad times out in Valencia. So when did Jake start coaching you?
Yeah, I think it was when like I came to London and then started like taking it more seriously. He started like writing plans for me and like really helped me kind of get started with it and like stuck in. I joined South London Harriers when I first moved to London as well, which was really good, and started doing like track regularly, which was really good for the training. But yeah, I think at the start it was a bit like, I don't know, of a shock how much kind of like other stuff you have to put in around training. Like it's not just running, it's like going to the gym and it's like all this. And I think that was the biggest shock. It was just like I would have preferred it if you could just run all the time and like stay injury free forever, but you can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all get that. I mean, that's runners. That's all we want to do. Run the boring gym work and strength work. Yeah, I'm useless at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nikki's out injured a little bit at the moment. And you were saying earlier before we started recording, I said, what have you been up to? And you said you've just been stressing out and trying to do your S&C in a small hotel room up in Glasgow at the moment has been frying your head as well, haven't it?
Yeah, it's not the best thing to do at the best of times, but yeah, we got to do it. But I'm lazy
Um,
at it.
what injury do you have?
I pulled my calf during the Valencia marathon. I'd had a couple of issues the month leading up, and it wasn't right, and it went during the race. So yeah, I'm 7 weeks now, and I'm still haven't run. So I've had physio and things, and they think it's come from an SI. I won't bore you. It's come from an SI joint issue that's led into my hamstring and calf. So I'm still haven't run. I'm still pulling my hair out.
Yeah, that's so frustrating.
Very.
Yeah.
So what's it like to be... We love Jake and the episode we have, and every time we see him in a race or ever, he'll always catch... He's the worst with names, though. I'd seen him once, and I was talking to him in Podium, and obviously we knew each other from he was on the podcast, but he was like... Because Nicky wasn't, and Nicky was warming up for a run. He was like, where's the other one? Where's the other boy? But what's it like being coached by Jake? Is it hard to balance the like brother and sister side of it and coach athlete?
I think it's got better as time's got like went along, because like at the start, I think it used to be more like I used to be like he used to tell me to do something, and then I'll be like, oh no, why am I doing it? That's my brother, you know. And that led to so many like, niggles, and also me getting really tired. And so now like when he says stuff, I just kind of listen, and like the proof's in the pudding. Like, to be honest, like Jake, he coaches like a small handful of people, and the people he does like give plans to and stuff all are doing really well. So it's like
Yeah.
you kind of like do listen, don't you? You know that even if it isn't exactly what you want to do, it's going to kind of get you there. And I think he knows that. And I think working with Jake is good because he knows like my negatives as a runner, or like downfalls in terms of like what is the reason that I'm not, where I should be or whatever. And he'll tend to be able to adapt the training accordingly. Like I know I have a tendency to kind of overdo things, or like, train too hard. So it's like having Jake there to be like, I'll be like, oh, could I do this? And it's just no. And sometimes you just need someone to just say no rather than be like,
Yeah.
oh, and he will. So I think it works well.
Absolutely, yeah. So how do you decide? So you run a bit of everything, all the different distances, and dip into cross country as well, more right?
I've like kind of gone into the like marathons at the like, so I feel like I need to go back down. So I think that's what I'm going to focus on this year is actually just like the 5K and the 10K and the half marathon, because I feel like I haven't really given that a shot yet. But yeah, I kind of went straight for the marathon and thought this seems fun. And yeah, it is, but it is just like, I don't know, a lot of wear and tear on your body, I guess, as Nikki knows.
Yeah, massively. I was going to say, like, most people work up and as they get older become marathon runners. You seem to have gone the other way. You've gone straight into marathons and done ridiculously well. How do you think that's happened? Just from the training, and you was just obviously, is it like sort of a natural talent, would you say, for that distance? Or
I think so. I think it is probably like a mix of like natural, and I just think I have like, I'm not very fast. So maybe it's more of like I can't do the short distances. I went for the marathon. It was like it's actually going to be harder for me to get a fast 5K than it is for me to get a fast marathon, which is kind of annoying. But I don't know. I think it's probably to do with like muscle fibers or
built for a marathon. Built as a
yeah.
marathon.
But I've never really struggled with like the distance and like, but I do struggle with like that kind of like speed work, and I think that's where
turnover speed work.
yeah. And I think that's something I want to work on, but it's just tough, the speed. Like hitting lactic is still such like a new thing for me, because I haven't really had to do like a whole block of training around kind of speed work, and I still get freaked out when that happens. But yeah, it's something to look forward to, I guess.
Yeah, because I guess then, I mean, if we look back at the middle of 2023, so 2024, if we look, it's a good time to look back now because it's January, obviously, isn't it? ended with Valencia. Was that the A race for the year, or was it? What else did you race throughout 2024? How did your 2024 look?
So I think I did a few like 5Ks, jotted about. I did Brighton half in Feb, which was a good race and windy, and then did London, and then yeah, did some 5Ks here and there. I did a few cross country races, and then after London, I wanted to do Berlin, but then um, I was running with Jake actually in
Yeah.
Amalfi, and I fell and hit my knee, and it was just like tendon inflammation that lasted like 6 weeks, and that was like super annoying because it didn't feel like an injury, but it just takes you out. Um, and at that point, I think I wasn't really used to managing those types of injuries. So I was like kind of doing things that weren't helping, like the elliptical machine, which I love, but I just find it just does not help me in terms of recovering because I guess it's that same kind of impact. I don't know what you do, Nikki, like currently, but
Yeah. Well, for a month I did nothing. I sulked and drunk a lot because it was Christmas as well. So I was working away, so I did nothing. But yeah, the elliptical mainly. Yeah, trying elliptical or spin bike. But yeah, they're not. Like I say, with injuries like a knee, that would be hard on the. Like my calf has been okay on the elliptical, so yeah, I got to get back to get into that. Hopefully, I'll start running again this week or next. So I hate the gym.
yeah, yeah, it's just so hot in there all the time. Yeah.
So when did the focus switch to Valencia for last year then?
I guess it was when I didn't get into Berlin, and I knew I kind of wanted to do another marathon block. It felt like London was a really good race, but like I felt like not at the time. You know, you look back and you're like, oh, I could have run faster and all that, which isn't true because I didn't run faster. But like I do look back and I think like if I knew what was coming, I would have been able to run faster. So I was like thinking after I didn't get into Berlin, like now I know how it feels to run a marathon. If I can like string a block of training together and then, you know, get to the start line, I think like I'll be able to like deal with that quite well, especially when it gets to like, you know, the end of the race and after like 32K, like, and that feeling like at London, it was like kind of concerning, you know, when you get like with 10K to go, it's kind of I don't know, that feeling you get that is like your legs are just falling off, but and being able to manage that. So I kind of wanted to give Valencia a go, knowing how a marathon felt like, and see what time I could go like properly racing, or properly going for a time. Yeah.
See, I hate it when stuff like this happens because I've just started my first training block for my first ever marathon. I've always been like one and done. But then when you sit there listening to you, then I'm like, once I know what a marathon's like, I'm probably going to want to do another one because then I know what to manage and what to change. So you've just ruined my year all in 30 seconds. So thanks for that. But like you said, it was all for the London block. What did you run London in?
2:36:22.
It's not a bad debut, is it?
Pretty sharp.
But everything, even though you might have the same session week 1, week 2, week whatever, the entire block is new, isn't it? And then you've
Yeah.
done, and then the end goal, they say, don't they? They say the marathon is the training is the first 20K or whatever. I can't remember what they're saying is completely. But then that's just wrapping it all up in the victory lap and stuff like that. So what did you take away from London, and what was different about training for Valencia?
I think I like was able to see which sessions like worked well, especially in terms of like the long run sessions towards the like right before the marathon. Like I think I did like there was like 3 weeks of really good long run sessions before Valencia, which were like kind of based on London's training, just like long runs, but then like 10 miles at a certain pace, and then you know whatever however many miles at a different pace at race pace. And those sessions worked really well in London, but I don't think I did enough of them. So in like the Valencia training, we did more of those, and I think that really made a big difference. I actually love that like session as a whole. I think it was like 10 miles at a certain pace, and then I can't think of the maths right now, and then and then like 10 miles at another place or something. But it was really good, and it really kind of like is a good simulation of the marathon, I think. Yeah, no, I really liked kind of being able to see what sessions worked well and what didn't work well. I think I got into the bad habit though of like constantly comparing my fitness in in the lead up to Valencia to like London lead up, and like comparing like sessions for sessions, and like I think it can get quite unhealthy when you're like, you're like, oh, I did this session and before in that block running these paces, when it's like it's a completely different day, it's a completely different area, like it's not going to be the same, like different feeling, different training, different like mileage as well, because my mileage was quite a lot higher. So it's like I think it was like understanding that difference that you find in sessions, that was quite eye-opening. But yeah, I think from London it was just kind of understanding how like the structure of marathon training works, because I think it all is just structured, which is quite nice. It's like a formula, so it's
Good. And do you think, obviously it seems like you're quite analytical and you've looked back at the London block and the Valencia block, probably felt a bit more confident pushing back against Jake as well then, rather than A coach or B coach or whatever, and that relationship you had with Jake allowed you to be like, no, I want more of this, less of this?
yeah, definitely. Like I think it works really well because we can just kind of talk about sessions and things, and it's like, because it's Jake, I'm like, I don't mind bugging him as well. So it's like I'll just message him and be like, oh, can I sort this, can I change this, like all the time, and he'll just like be like, oh, it's fine, because I know he's just like, Jake, so it's like I don't mind. I feel like if it was like a proper like an outside coach, I would feel a bit more like, oh, I can't change this or change that. Yeah.
Because I would feel like when I was looking for a coach for this marathon block, I found one, but then I don't want any friends that I'm too familiar with, because I'll take a piss. So you've got to find someone that you've got a relationship with where you can push back a little bit, but they're in charge as well. Like,
Yeah. Did you
definitely.
find one?
Yeah, I've got a coach now, and I've started my block this week. And I was just saying now before you come on, we were talking, and I went over my stig. You won't know what my stig means, but it's where we're from. I went over for a run with my brother on the weekend, and we run 5 miles just around my stig. And it was like that run that triggers it again. And it's like, actually, you do like running. So I feel a bit more confident going into it now and ready to get the trainers on. And it's getting a little bit warmer, isn't it? Say it quietly, but it's getting a little bit, not Mexico temperatures yet, but getting a little bit warmer, isn't it? So,
yeah, I'm lighter.
And lighter, yeah. I'm getting lighter. I lost 2 pounds this week.
Hey, see, you're working already.
I know. Go me. Well, I remember. I need to check. Do you support Reading as well, Moll?
Well, it's more of like the fact. Well, my dad and my brother do. I wouldn't say I necessarily support them directly. Like I'll go along to the games if someone pays for it and like I'm invited.
That's like Jake going. Jake, mind, he get some boxes off Nike, didn't he? He was telling us he had, when he was on, he was going to Spurs that weekend, wasn't he, in a box with Nike, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's in Portugal. He's in Portugal at the minute, and he went to a
watched
football
Benfica
match.
last night, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair
Right,
play. Speaking of Nike, you've been. So, what's your relationship with Say Sky, Moll? Because we've had a couple of Say Sky. Hennigan is Say Sky, isn't he? James.
James and Mick.
And we've and Mick Fox as well. So, what's your relationship with Say Sky at the moment? Because I did see the other day you were also looking for other sponsors as well on
No.
your Instagram.
That was Jake. Like honestly, it's just yeah. It was So Say Sky. I'm like a Say Sky athlete, I think, and it's they send me like kit and stuff. And it's really nice kit actually. Like I really like it. It's actually I have a lot of like the windproofs as well that they've sent me, and they're really nice. Especially like given the weather is always rubbish.
Yeah.
And like because I get through kit so much, because I like when I'm running properly, we'll run commute to work and then have to go gym after work. So it's like having like quite a big supply of kit is so good. And like, yeah, it's pretty good. I like the brand,
Yeah.
but I don't think they have any stores in the UK.
No, we were
No,
saying
no,
is,
no.
we said when we had James on, and again, getting way too many mentions today. James would be over the moon when he's on his treadmill. And Mick, the best thing about City Sky is you can pick whatever trainers you want as well, because they don't make trainers, so you can run in any shoe you want as well, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a
No, it's
bonus.
pretty
That's
good.
what she needs a sponsor for her shoes. There we are. That's what Jake's pushing, is it?
Yeah, I think that was that was Jake's intention. But yeah, I think a shoe sponsor is like the next step up, isn't
Next
it?
step,
He's
yeah.
taking another quick
Love
time,
it.
and then yeah, hopefully,
You enjoy
because
sunglasses as well, Mal, don't you? You need a sunglasses sponsor as well.
yeah. Well, I wear them because like it feels like like you're suiting up. I will
I
only
love
wear them
them.
like good sessions and when you need to like also because I wear contacts and contacts like if it's windy and stuff like I get so worried that they're gonna like roll and like I'm not really blind like -3 blind but like with that if they do roll out like I would have to stop the race so it's
Yeah.
like
You don't need that added on your head, in your mind.
no
But
no
I'm in the sunglasses club. I run for fashion. Function comes after it. Fitness comes
yeah.
after it. I'm here for the fashion. So the sunglasses, excellent. So, and then Valencia, you rock up in Valencia and execute a pretty perfect race. Would that be fair?
Yeah, it was good.
Nick, you were out there, weren't you?
Yeah. Great race. I've done it before, and yeah, it's got bigger and better, haven't it? Obviously, your first time there, yeah. So unbelievable. You run a hell of a race. Must have been class running that far up.
Yeah, it was really good. It was quick. Like there's so many quick people. I think
Crazy how quick it is.
everyone always says like there's like, a huge kind of field and you don't really well, you can't you believe them, but you don't know how quick it is. And I think with my race I was something like 500s and 600s and it's just insane.
Yeah, that is crazy. We said about the Valencia 10K was last weekend and how many people went sub 30 and everything there. And it just seems to be a city for it. They're half marathons quick, the marathon just. And yeah, it's a great course. It's not, it's a lot of turnbacks though in it as well. So you wouldn't think it'd be the fastest, but it obviously works.
Yeah, no, definitely. And like I think I found like the first half is definitely a lot harder because it was like slightly uphill, not uphill, but like a gradient compared to the
Yeah.
second half. But I definitely I preferred London course to Valencia course
Right.
because there's more crowds as well.
Yeah.
Like London the whole way round, and especially the last 10K, there's going to be people everywhere. But like with Valencia, it was like quite empty. Did you find? I don't know.
Yeah, some of the bits where you seem like you're out on a dual carriageway, you sort of gone out a bit of the city. It was a bit quiet. Yeah, there is parts. I mean, the start and finish is great. It's a great place to finish. Like really seeing it coming down the ramp. But yeah, there's parts I can see where you're saying it's quiet. Yeah, but like London's just insane, isn't it? It's just packed all the way.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was a different experience, I think, but the course was so good and like it was organized so well, like efficiently.
Yeah.
It was annoying though because I had a necklace that I like took off at the start and like tied it round like one of the like like the fences they put at the like put
like the level locket fences and stuff, is it?
yeah
No, the barrier to like
the
keep you on the
barriers
road. Yeah.
at the start line I like put it on there and then like because I had nowhere to put it and then I came back and it was gone. But yeah, but like not just the necklace, the whole fence.
Oh, they're taking the fences down, right?
Yeah. And so
that's probably still there somewhere. Someone's going to turn up to a race and erect that fence and they'll be like, how was this necklace here?
Yeah. Probably.
Talk us through your race. How did it go so good? How so well? Did you change fueling from London? Did you learn a lot more about fueling again? Because you've had changes to your diet in the last 12 months as well, right?
Yeah. I think in terms of fueling, now I went from being like vegetarian in like the start of the year to being like eating meat now. So it's been like quite a big change. start of last year, sorry. And I think that's really helped in terms of like my training, like eating meat. And it definitely helped for Valencia. Like I think mainly in terms of recovering, I found like my diet with eating meat is helps me a lot more than being vegetarian. I think you can be an amazing athlete and be vegetarian or vegan, but it's like you have to put in quite a lot of time. And I don't really have the time to like, you know, look at that. So it's like actually eating meat has made the world of difference. And I think it's helped Valencia. But yeah, my fueling was like relatively the same. I had like the same number of gels. Yeah, the same kind of breakfast, pretty basic, banana and bagel and peanut butter. But yeah, I think I just kind of like kept things the same. I think going into London, I was so scared because like everyone's always like, oh, you need like 8 gels, 9 gels, and like in training runs, I would have like one, and like so it's like. And then I remember like people at the start just being like, just do what you do in training. And like, I think I'm so glad that I've always like taken that advice because like if I started taking on like 8 gels, like at London especially, I saw so many like people like just chucking everything up from the gels. Like, oh.
Yeah, they can get too much. Like I've said, the Gareth, he needs to practice in his training because they're not the nicest things. They just do a job, don't they? But yeah, they're like, if you've got to start taking that many, you're in trouble. But some people may need them if they're out there longer. They may. Well, I think even Emma Bates, I see her. She does like one every 5K, which I find, for an elite athlete, that's quite mad. That's a lot of gels.
Yeah, I think it would be better if you had like a mixture of like the liquid and
Yeah.
yeah.
The drinks, because obviously they can get drinks with carb mix and electrolytes, whatever. And
yeah, were you fast enough to have your own bottle, Mol?
No,
no, that
uh,
business end quite yet.
no, not quite yet. That comes with the shoes, hopefully.
yeah, it's not far off.
Yeah.
But we had Lily on, didn't we? Lily Partridge after New York, and she said that was like, I guess, quite what's the word I'm looking for? Busy, for lack of a better word, more cleverer word. But I guess a lot busy and fighting for the right bottle and everything as well. Then when you're waiting for that as well, instead of just grabbing the next bottle. So be warned, be careful, right?
Yeah, no, it
Not
was
a bad
so
problem to
funny.
have.
No, but at the start of like, well, we had to watch the like briefing for the elites before Valencia, and the guy was talking to all the athletes. It was like online, and he was like, and the most important thing, this is about like bottle stations, and well, he was like, the most important thing, never run backwards, and that was his main
Quite my
advice
plan.
to
Yeah.
elite runners, and it was like, oh gosh,
Okay. Yeah, I want mental
yeah,
notes. Don't run.
yeah, noted.
So, and what did you finish Valencia in?
2:31:46.
First British lady?
Second.
Second.
Yeah, Alice Wright, I think, got
Oh
2:20
yeah.
something.
Nikki told me first before we started,
I
so
thought,
you can
I
take
did.
the
I
floor.
thought he was first. I don't know. Sorry, Alice, but still, that's unbelievable achievement. Yeah, took over 5 minutes off. Was you aiming 2:30 or just 2:32? What was your goal?
Well, it was actually 2:33, and Jake categorically said to me at the start, he said, don't run, I can't remember what he said, don't run a 76 because you're not going to break 2:33. And he said,
What does he
that
know,
to me.
innit?
And then I think he did it like, my dad thinks it is like a mental, kind of trick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reverse mind
like,
games, like.
Yeah. But he was like, you're not going to get under 2:33. So like,
Did that stay with you all the way around then? Like in the back of your head?
yeah, I was kind of like annoyed because you're just like, why is he telling me I can't run this time? Like, but yeah, it was a good time. Like I like kind of, like in the lead up, and I felt like, oh, I kind of knew it was going to be fast time, but I didn't really expect that fast. And like during the race, well, before the race, I was so worried that I wouldn't be able to hit the splits for 2:33. And then when you keep hitting the splits like faster, you get kind of concerned, like, oh no, have I messed this up? Like, will it kind of bite me at the end? And
the
like,
wheels when are the wheels coming off? You're just waiting for it to come
yeah.
off, then, you know. I
Mhm.
imagine, because I've never ever run that far in my life.
Yeah.
At what point do you look like you're looking and they're ticking over, and you're going, do you know what, Jake? I am running sub 2:33 beer. What point does that? Where do you think that?
I don't know. I don't really think. I think I don't know. I kind of you're like, oh, what did I think about? I kind of didn't. I kind of the last 10K, you're just angry. I swear, I'm just like angry. You're just like wanting to finish, and
Yeah.
all plans and times go out the window, and you're kind of like feel like you're on a train and you just can't get off it. Else you're just gonna, like I feel like I can't slow down, and so I just kind of like have all these times nicely written on my arm, and like they're out the window. I'm not looking at my arm anymore.
Not even looking.
No, you just don't want to fall off the train because if you fall off, you're done. So
Yeah,
you're kind
it's going to come off bad. Obviously, that's good. You obviously had great focus there in that last 10K and just head down and got the job finished. Fair play.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good. It was nice because Jake ran the last 10 with me.
Yeah,
He
yeah. Seen the
Yeah,
drop back.
and it's funny because we kept like going past people and like for the last 10, and like there were people that would come in like runners, and they would start negotiating with Jake what pace he was running with me at. They'd be like and he would be like, no, like there was a guy who came and he was like, you're running 3:40 minute per K, and then Jake was like, no, and then he was like, run 3:40 and Jake no. But yeah.
I
It's
guess
Go
that
away.
comes with the territory of being a famous pacer, really, don't it?
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
it was yeah.
I'm surprised he finished the job, man, because he is prone to pace and then shoot off for a PB, isn't he?
Yeah. No, I don't think he wanted that time on his Tower of 10, to be honest. But yeah.
No. So that's the wrap on 2024. So do you think there's no marathon booked in for 2025?
I'm hoping to do Berlin, I think. But I think probably not a spring marathon. Like I was toying with London again. And I've actually applied as well. But yeah,
That's
I
really
don't know.
toying with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I'm not sure because like it's so soon, and I don't want to keep kind of putting my body through the stress of marathon blocks when I'm kind of still quite young
Yeah.
at it, especially. And I think I do need to work on like shorter distances.
Yeah. What about, can we expect to see you in Tornapandy Track Classic in 2025?
Maybe. I have heard a lot about it, so
It was good last year. There's fast
Yeah.
people down there. Really.
It was, yeah, quick. It'll be bigger and better this year as well, hopefully.
Absolutely. Right.
I heard
so
there was something about parking, but I can't remember what it was.
yeah, there's none.
Yeah.
You'd have to use your warm up to park in like the local car park, and then a 5K warm up.
Yeah. Oh.
If you get there early, and I was all right. I parked on the side of the road, but because we were down there on media duty, I guess I got there early, so I was. But the parking's not ideal, but there is parking, and it's just parking your own peril kind of stuff, really.
Yeah, this side of the road sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Excellent. So maybe a marathon in 2025, maybe Tornapandy Track Classic, and a focus on the shorter stuff as well, is it?
Yes, that's pretty much it, I think. And maybe London, who knows? But I don't know.
I can see she's going to be in London. It's happening.
Yeah. Don't leave your necklace anywhere, and just get the shades on and get in character, innit?
Yeah. It's just such a good vibe, I think, London. Yeah. I've only done it once, but it seemed like a lot of fun. Which one are you doing?
Nikki's in London, I'm in Manchester, same day, innit?
Oh.
Yeah.
Because because it's the same day, London were refunding. No, Manchester were refunding if you got into London through Bartlett. So I entered Bartlett for London, booked Manchester anyway as a backup. And then I didn't get into London, so I'd paid for Manchester. My brother's paid for Manchester as well, and a couple of the other boys to run there. And then I got offered a charity place for London. I was like, And you know, it's so hard to raise money at the moment. We struggled to raise 300 quid the other day for Cardiff Half. So I thought someone else will take our place and raise the £2,500 for the charity. So I'm going to Manchester. And the plan was to never run a marathon again after that. But obviously, Molly, you've inspired me to get a marathon time and then try and beat this. So maybe London next year. I don't know.
Yeah.
But good chat. Excellent. Good journey. And it's only just getting started. I mean, I'm sure you're going to do mega stuff over the next couple of years. Anything else, Nick, before we take a break? Anything we missed?
I don't think so. Like I say, it's been a pretty quick meteoric rise, like back from your travels in uni and then straight into running and kicking ass already. Fair play.
Like, yeah. Maybe we go down that Molly the Meteor branding. I might get you a shoe deal.
Maybe. Yeah, it's just shoes. They're so expensive. Like,
Oh, I mean,
yeah.
They're ridiculous.
it's
Yeah.
out of this world. I mean, and we're like slaves to Nike as well. Always have been before running and everything. Just the tick and the swoosh. I'm from the era where people used to shave all their hair off and keep a fringe and have a Nike tick shaved into the back of their head. It's always been Nike. But I've had to switch to Mizuno for my fast shoe because I just couldn't pull the trigger on £280 Nikes to run a sub-5 marathon.
Yeah.
But keep ticking away. You're making yourself hard to ignore anymore, so we just got to keep moving in that direction, right?
Yeah. It's getting not injured. That's the tough part, I think, of marathon
That's a big
training.
part of it, isn't it?
Yeah. No one, yeah, exactly. Right. Should we take a quick break and then we come back, a couple of bits and bobs, a couple of talking questions, and then you can crack on with your evening malls, all right?
Yeah, sounds
There
good.
we are. Great. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're just going to wrap things up now with our token season 2 Nikki's questions. What's it called? Favourites. And we don't do this
Favourite.
on
Yeah.
favourites. Do you want to explain to Molly how that works?
Yeah, so just a list of few questions with your favourites for each one, please, Mott. So first up, favourite shoe.
I really like the Nova Blast 4.
Good shoe. I had the 1, 2, and 3. I've not upgraded from the 3 yet, but they're a great trainer. They're a great. Every one of them has been like classical everything, and I'm kind of.
Yeah, I had the gel Nimbus for a bit, but I just don't find it the same.
The new ones of them came out today, didn't they? They look nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're more of just a recovery shoe than Nimbus. I've got them, the 25s, but the Nova Blast are good for a bit of everything. Easy, long run, tempo. Good shoe, the Nova Blast.
Yeah, they're so light as well.
Yeah, marine, so you can do some quicker stuff in them as well. Next, favourite distance?
The marathon, probably. It's not going to be a 5K, honestly.
No, 5K. Yeah. I say 5Ks are harder than a marathon. You're just literally on the red line from the off. So a marathon is more controlled. Marathon's all about the training, and like we just discussed. You got the training right. Do love a good race.
Yeah.
Gar, listening. Next one, favourite session to do?
I quite like doing the ones when you're on track and you do like, I can't remember what it is, but when it's like you don't stop, so you do like 3 laps on and then like 200 and like the aerobic sessions. I like those ones.
Yeah. So like a steady float in between, like you're not. Yeah. So a good honest float. Nice. Yeah. On the track as well. Favorite race?
My favorite race of all time is actually it's a swim run I did in Llanberis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that in like June. That was like in like between getting injured from trail running and London. I did that swim run, which is where you have to like run in your wetsuit and then swim.
I've seen that ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They look good fun.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite race. It's really good. It's really good fun, actually.
And the last one, a bucket list race.
Oh, I don't know. I know a bucket list walk is Te Aroa in New Zealand.
Okay.
You know, it like goes across the whole. Yeah, I think that's my bucket list walk. I can't think of a race.
That's fine. We'll accept that one.
You can race it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. Touching on the swimming, but then, well, is Ironman in your future as well? Triathlon in your future, do you think?
I don't know. It's the biking. Like I actually really enjoy swimming. And I like still do swimming like every week, bits of it. But it's just the biking, like the hours you have to give up for it. And I think with work and stuff, it's like
I
that would
know.
take time.
We like it's where we're from is a hotbed for triathlon at the moment, and it's the training is bonkers, like 5-6 hours a day every day. It's outrageous, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's too
Yeah.
much.
Never say never, though.
No, exactly. I've actually qualified for the swim run world champs in December, so I might be doing that.
Might do that. Where is that?
I don't know. I think last year it was in somewhere in France, so I'm hoping it's somewhere
nice.
nice.
Bloody hell.
Nice trip away.
Yeah. Excellent. Right. When you get the questions from Instagram, you seem to like just hit them all throughout the kind of podcast as well anyway. So, what song are you going to add to our playlist?
I will add MGMT, and I think it's called She Works Out Too Much. I find it's really funny when you're like actually working out. It's just, yeah, it's good.
I got to write these down so I remember if when I share clips on Instagram. And who's playing Molly Smith in a movie of her life?
Oh, I was thinking about this, and I think currently in this like January period of like injury, I would say it's Bill Murray in Groundhog Day, because it just feels like every
What
day.
a film! What a film and what a
That's the best
character!
answer we've had so far.
That's class.
If we had any freebies to send you, Molly would, but we're all out. But that's the best answer we've had so far. Thank you very much for giving up some of your time for us, Moll. We hope to God that speedy recovery is coming back. I know you want to get into London, so I hope you get into London as well. Nick, anything before we shoot off?
No, again, thanks, Molly, for your time. That was great. I enjoyed that. Great chat. And, onward and upward with your journey. I'm sure you're going to do big things very soon. And, yeah, that's another week wrapped up from the runs. And we'll see you on a start line somewhere soon.
Thank you very much.